We're sitting in the mid-70s right now. A couple of showers out there, so we can't completely rule out a straight shower today. 83 tomorrow, 84 Thursday. Thursday is our next best chance of rain, 40%. A couple of severe storms possible Thursday, Friday, even into Saturday. These we'll be watching, but it'll be hot and humid all the way through the extended forecast.
Yay, humidity. You love that.
Yes. Especially when you're doing home improvement projects outside in the heat and the humidity with your power tools and your cement and everything else.
It's all in good hands with Mike Osterhage.
SA Live starts right
now.
Well, today on SA Live, here's my latest home improvement project. Yeah, I picked a great time of year to do this. Putting in a stone laid in cement pathway, sidewalk basically, in my backyard. Got some tips on doing this, and if you want to do something much simpler.
Plus, first impressions are everything. How you can revamp your home's entryway with a few pointers from the pros.
And upgrade your furniture without having to buy all new pieces. How staining techniques can bring old wooden pieces back to life.
Oh, yes. It is our home improvement show. Hello and happy Tuesday.
Give me the power tool, Ted. Thank you very much. No, don't point the drill at me, so thank you very much.
Oh, I'm Fiona Gorstiza.
And I'm Mike Osterhage. And of course, this is our SA Live Home Improvement Show.
Yes, and our first guest today is showing us how to spruce up your home by using plants.
Yes, indeed. Joining us is the green-thumbed queen of gardening herself, the one, the only, Liz Campanella, co-owner of Uprooted Garden. So good to see you as always.
Yeah, I love coming and hanging out with you guys.
And you've got a woodworking project, so I listened.
I know, yeah, you got your denim on. You're dressed perfectly for this occasion, so super proud.
So what are we doing here?
We are going to build a window box, and you know, one of the best ways to just spruce up your curb appeal is just add some flowers in there, and why not under your window?
Okay, and this is very pretty, but just to show it from the back side, and it's only literally
the bones.
3 sides right there, some brackets that attach to the house, and not even a bottom, because then this
got that little liner
in.
Well, the liner will go in like that.
Drop right and sit right there.
Okay. What is the, now you said you made this out of cedar, right?
Yeah, so it's a 5/8 by probably 6 inches of cedar. And so usually, you know, whatever insert you're buying is gonna dictate the dimension of lumber that you're gonna need. So we actually went 2 boards high on this one and just raised it up because it was a little too tall for a 1 board.
Okay, and then you also have the filler with the 2x4 blocks in here, because you can get this to kind of match the dimensions of your house, and then
raise up your
finagle it,
planter and fake it as much as you need. Yep.
Okay, and then pre-drill if you're ever going to do anything like this, right?
Always pre-drill. Definitely.
Especially going in end grain like this, right?
Yes.
And the hardware you're using is?
Outdoor hardware. Specifically, these are just powder coated, just give you a little bit more longevity, but just make sure they won't rust at all. So using outdoor hardware is the best.
And you can even paint it to match the trim of your house,
Absolutely.
right?
You could paint it, you could put some extra cute little trim on it if you wanted. If you have, you know, a real Victorian style house or a cottage style house, you can kind of make it not so look like an afterthought, you know?
Now, what's the secret then to planting in this? What do you want to plant in?
Yeah, like that looks good.
Yeah.
Yes, so typically we love to plant annuals in these because, you know, you can pop this out and put in a new batch of colors. So usually every spring and every fall, our annuals are something you're gonna change out annually. And so getting a new pop of color for your fall and your spring are probably gonna be the best bet to give your window boxes cute all year
And
long.
you told us right before we went on, because I always got confused because you think of an annual event, but annual is the thing that dies off every year, perennials every year, but also kind of different root system too, right?
Absolutely. You wouldn't really want to plant perennials in here unless maybe they were a small perennial herb like thyme or something. But perennial root structures are usually a lot larger than what can be allowed in here. So annuals, nice and shallow, and just look pretty and pop them out when they're done.
So that's kind of the lipstick in the mascara, if you will.
Absolutely. That's a good way to say it.
What about, you know, doing in something like this? Huge, beautiful pots.
Oh my gosh, yeah. This one is honestly at my front door. I have another one, so they flank both my front doors, and its name is Fern Gully. But I mean, any pop of color, I have a really kind of gray house and there's no fun color in there. So bringing pottery other than just the bloom can give you that little fun color too.
And that's a heavy pot, right?
That is a heavy pot, but honestly, it's probably one of my smaller ones. I was wanting to bring a real big one that probably you and I could fit in. But I mean, there is a wealth of different pots for, you know, tables, little bistro table topper to, you know, a big entryway.
Now, obviously, you don't, if the pot gets bigger than this,
Yeah.
move it every single day. However, to cut down on weight, you don't fill the whole thing up with dirt, do you?
Well, yeah, and to save cost on soil too, because, you know, good soil can be expensive. And so usually your plants only need about 8 to 10 inches of root depth. So if you have a pot that's really tall, you can use things like lava rock or expanded shale or just something that's light, but also porous so water can still drain through.
What about broken up styrofoam chunks?
Styrofoam, I would say maybe use it if you're definitely not going to eat anything that's growing out of that pot, but if so, stick to an organic material.
Okay.
How about
All
a
right.
trellis?
Trellises.
Oh my gosh, so trellises are so fun. I just brought a few that, you know, were small and could fit in this studio, but they come in all range of sizes, and you don't just have to go to Lowe's or Home Depot and buy what they have. If you know, like something on Pinterest that you see, a lot of trellises are really fun and easy to make, and you can do those little anchor wires with wire, you know, against a fence or a stucco. Exactly
Look
like
at
that.
that. Oh, that's
we did one
cool.
of those not too long ago, and they just make such a statement. And then trellises, you can even attach it to the house and then put it behind. So, you know, it probably looked really boring before on that right side before everything was popping.
Now, what do you want to grow on that? I remember when I was little, I used to plant little morning glories, you know, and they would climb up the strings. But is that a annual or a perennial thing for?
That I would have to say is probably jasmine. So typically vines that are going to be growing in your landscape are perennials. So some of them will lose their leaves and just kind of look like twigs growing up, and then they'll come back in the spring. Others are evergreen. So like Carolina jessamine or passion flower, depending on what look you're going for, there's a lot of fun vines that you can be growing on these trellises.
And of course, Uprooted Garden, you can do anything and everything
Yeah.
in one's backyard and front yard.
We try to be that secret garden gnome that just does everything that you don't want to do and show it off to your friends and have a garden party.
Oh, thank you so much, Liz. For more on Uprooted Gardens, just head to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab. Wait, your deal.
Oh, yes.
yes.
The giveaway.
The first person who DMs us Spring 23 will get this shell, and there's one down there that is planted already. So you will win both of those.
Without
Be the first
without
to
the
DM.
plants.
Without
Without the
the
plants.
plants. That's the fun. You know,
Okay.
go to the nursery and plant it on your own.
Good idea.
And
Okay,
it's
check that out.
Instagram.
Instagram at Uprooted Gardens.
All right, go
Find
now,
that
go now,
all
go
on our
now.
website. Thank you, dear.
Thanks, guys. Happy planting.
Yes.
All right, from doing all the landscape and the softscape to doing some hardscape, like putting putting in a sidewalk.
Yes, okay.
Too much sun these days.
It's all right. It's because you're right by the fern.
I know,
All right,
sir.
okay. We want you to share your favorite home project success. Okay, so if you have something that you're proud of that you've done, whether it's maybe you just redesigned your entryway by feng shuiing stuff around, let us see it. We'd love to at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter.
Maybe it's planting some very pretty plants, something
Right.
like that.
Anything
now,
at all.
I will go from plants to hardscape like that. Perhaps putting in a DIY stone walkway.
Yes, our very own handyman Mike Osterhage gives us a step-by-step knowledge on how to build your own stone walkway. I will be riveted on the edge of my seat. All right, so for years we've had this walkway in the backyard, stepping stones just kind of set in the sod right there, but kind of wanted to upgrade something. So we decided on doing stepping stones, although set in concrete, more of a sidewalk. Now this is a big ambitious project and take a lot of work. There are, easier ways you can do it. Couple of points. Before you dig at all, for that, even scraping out the ground here, tree, call 811. Make sure there's no pipes or electrical lines, fiber optic cables, anything like that. We're going to be working with concrete. You wear gloves because that stuff will just eat up your hands. Also, we're just using some really basic tools. Will help you out a lot no matter what you're putting in. String and line level and just a good old level. All right, show you how it's going. So I drew a diagram in my backyard. By the way, don't spill water on the ink, it will run. And I then laid out the pathway measured against the diagram in the backyard with these little yellow pieces of plastic tape. Now, what's on paper doesn't always translate that well to real life. So, best thing to do, walk. Is it comfortable
in the pathway that you've drawn out. So I've had to alter this just a little bit, just so it's a natural, comfortable walk. Well, I mentioned that string was one of our basic tools we're going to be using, but if you want to lay out those nice, long, sweeping curves for a pathway, for maybe a planting bed, anything like that, this or even a rope's not going to work. You use your hose, because that way you can get those nice, good long curves in there. Also, this is not going to do you much good. Have the water turned on because it makes it more rigid. So when you lay this out, you're not going to get all those little bends and everything like that, and you can then see exactly what this is going to look like. After you dig, always try and compact the dirt, because even though this has never been undisturbed, you just want it nice and firm. The top of this stone is lower than where the top of those stones are going to be over there at the concrete step. So what I have to do is, here's a line. It's not level, it's on an incline, but I want each face of these stones to be just touching this line. So it'll be a gradual incline, they'll all be flat, obviously going uphill slightly, and then it'll be level this way going across. No, we were talking about using gloves with concrete. It's extremely dusty if you want to wear some sort of a mask if the wind is blowing at you. So. All right, so adding a little bit of water to it. Now, since we're not pouring the concrete, I'm not pouring the concrete in a form, I'm using that as kind of my base material, and I want it to support the rocks. I'm going to make a really dry, stiff mixture. So it's going to be like beach sand, very dry but moist beach sand. So it'll hold that thing, and I can compact it down. And of course, little bits of water at a time, because you can always add more. Can't take the water out. Well, we had to move the sunshade over just to shoot this story, but yeah, that comes in really handy. Lots of water, lots of sunscreen. And remember, this is a slow process. Take your time, be real meticulous, real fussy about it, and you have really good outcome. Don't forget, working with concrete, use gloves and call 811 before you dig for anything in your yard.
And
You earned that drink at the end of that project.
yes, that to me, that's backbreaking work. And watch picking up those big bags.
Yes.
And those stones can be expensive. Now, look around. If there's maybe a construction site, somebody's doing some remodeling, something like that, ask if they're getting rid of something. When we remodeled KSAC, and we had that big flagstone walkway out in front, I just went, hey, can I have those? You do anything with them? So a lot of those stones came from the old walkway in front there.
Really?
Yeah. So just ask around.
Now they're in your backyard.
That way they don't have to cart them off.
Yeah. Nice job, Mike. All right, the SA Live Home Improvement Show continues. Do we have you dreaming of your perfect home? We have somebody to guide you through the process of funding through equity.
And first impressions are everything. How to enhance your home's entryway. Our Jen Tobias Trusky shares a happy space next on SA Live.
Well, if you don't want to do a project like that, nor even a walkway cut into the yard, you can just lay down some stepping stones, set them down in a path, easy to walk on like that. And the simple thing to do is just take your shovel, cut around each one, and then dig up the sod like that. Now, it's going to be tough to get that level. You can either fill it with sand or just go in, fill the hole with a little bit of concrete, toss the rock in there, and it's going to be nice and flat and level.
If first impressions mean everything, your entryway is the perfect area to show just how inviting your home is. After all, it's the first thing you see when you walk through the front door. And joining me again, Brandy Sutherland, and I'm so excited about this. You have 5 tips for anyone that can try this at home to make it more inviting in your entryway.
That's correct. So for starters, whenever you're designing your entry, one of the things I always like to think about is having, again, it's an anchor piece. You know, any room that you're starting in, you need something to anchor the room. So that can be something like a console table. It could be a chest, but some piece of furniture that you can like drop your keys on, you know, as you're coming and going. It's just a place to like be able to stash everything.
Got it. So make sure you have a little something, because you do always run in, right, with
Yes.
those keys, or you're running out and you just, I don't know, maybe even the coffee that you need
That's
to just
right.
place down really quick because you forgot something.
That's
Not
right.
that I haven't done that. So then number 2, what do we have next?
So the second thing I like to do is add a rug to your space. You know, something to like warm up your entry, create that inviting feeling, and it really just adds like a nice texture, you know, and grounds everything whenever you're walking into your space. So rug, runner, you know, anything just to spice it up.
And that's something I don't have in my entryway, but I've been meaning to do so. But that is something good, especially with the weather and you don't know what's coming in or out. So what about our third idea?
You know, the third thing I like to do is, again, add a mirror. It's nice to have a mirror in your space, especially your entry, because again, it's going to reflect natural light. It's going to make it feel bigger. And it's also nice to have something to be able to check yourself when you're walking in or out the door before you're coming or going. You know, it's good to be able to make sure you're looking on point for whatever it is you're headed out or doing for the day.
I like what you said earlier, that even for your guests when they walk in, they might
Yes.
want to just check, you know, maybe they ate something before when they were on the
right.
way. And so that's a great idea as well.
You know, the next thing that I like to do after that would then be create a fun piece of art. You know, something that's gonna jazz up the space, you know, bring some more color into it, but something, you know, that you really like to see in the space, you know, as you're coming and going every day.
Okay, so don't be afraid, right, to add those fun textures
Right.
and patterns. I asked you earlier too, does it matter if it's just an overload, like a family photos right when you walk in? But you said it doesn't matter. It's all what you like.
It's all in what you like. Whatever it is that makes you happy when you're walking into your home. You know, it could be a really cool gallery wall. It could be family photos. It can, you know, it can be whatever really just makes you happy. Just have something on your wall that makes it feel inviting.
Because again, that first impression, right?
It's everything.
And then last?
And then the last thing that I would say would be to have like a bench. You know, it's nice, like I know my kids, when they get home from school, they drop their backpacks, you know, on the bench in our entry. My son, when he's taking off for school every day, it's like, don't forget your shoes, you know? And so it's a nice place for them to sit and be able to put on their shoes before they head out the door. So it's just it's like a nice drop spot for, you know, anything that you need to do when coming or going.
And I know in my home, our entryway's a little smaller, but we found a small bench because you do need that. Putting on the kids' cleats, just
That's
a
right.
last minute little area to sit and get things all situated. So,
Yes.
So easy, these ideas, anybody can try this at their home, correct?
That's correct. You know, have fun with it. Like your home, you can't go wrong. Just do what makes you happy for your space.
I like that. There's no rules because it's your home.
That's right. It's your home. You can't go wrong.
I love that. Thank you so much, Brandy. And don't forget, for more design tips, we provided a link where you can visit Brandy's website. And along with that, we have her blog there where you can see all of her work. And she has such a beautiful design eye. Can't you tell this home is gorgeous? Can I stay for lunch?
Thank you. Stay as long as you like.
Hey, it's nothing a little love won't fix, or for that matter, some stain and some sandpaper as well. We're going to show you techniques on how to give your old wood furniture new life.
And if you're inspired today to do your own home improvement projects, we know who can help fund you. The benefits of home improvement through equity is next. Welcome back to the SA Live Home Improvement Show, brought to you by Randolph Brooks Federal Credit Union. If you're feeling inspired to take on a big home project of your own, it may come with a big price tag, but that's where our next guest comes in. Diana Burns, Vice President of Mortgage Operations, Mortgage Management at RBFCU, is here to tell us how you can get financial help through equity. Welcome,
Hi,
welcome.
thank you.
All right, I know that's a lot of things folks may think about, but they don't really understand either how to access it or to use it properly. So what are some ways that folks can finance their home improvement projects?
So the two types I would recommend is either the home improvement loan or the home equity loan.
Okay, and what's the difference between the two?
So there is a vast difference. So on the home improvement, you really use this product if you have recently moved into your house, you want to get a new AC, you want to get a roof update, or maybe you want that pool that you just can't live without here in the Texas heat. You need a contractor. So the contractor has to come in and sign on that type of loan. Where it's different on the home equity. The home equity you can use for home improvement projects, you can use it for debt consolidation, and you can even send your kids to college.
A lot more flexibility with that equity loan.
Absolutely.
And especially these days, you know, when folks are looking at their credit card bills and how much they're paying with that APR, I mean, they're going to get a much better rate, likely, with an equity loan if they want to consolidate that debt.
Yes, and when you use your house as collateral, that helps keep the interest rates lower.
Absolutely. And so what tools does RBFCU offer to help folks make an informed decision on a loan, and what education tools is out there for them to access?
So Randolph Brooks really wants to help the community, so we are always doing webinars that we do at least once a month. We have the topics of purchases and refinances, the difference between home equity and home equities, lines of credit, and even the home improvement loans. And then for the people who like to stay up late at night and don't have time to do it during the day, they can actually do on-demand classes as well.
Okay, and you also help home buyers secure mortgage loans.
Yes, so we don't just do the home equity and home improvement, we do the purchases, refinances, land loans, and even construction loans. We do the loans anywhere in the state of Texas.
And where can folks go to find more information and get the financial guide?
They can actually go out to our website, rbfcu.org. From there, they can learn about all of our products. They can apply for a loan online, or they can even call us by calling our main number at 210-945-3300.
What's the most common question you get asked when folks are looking to apply for, say, an equity loan?
They want to make sure, do they have enough equity? And in the state of Texas, they have to have at least 20% equity in order to use that type of loan.
And they make sure they don't go above that, right?
We make sure they don't go above that.
That's what you're there for. All right, Diane, thank you so much. To learn more about home equity and all of your banking needs, just call 210-945-3300 or visit the website rbfcu.org. All right, give your old wooden furniture the TLC it deserves. How you can restore those pieces with a little bit of stain. That's next on SA Live.
Welcome back to the SA Live Home Improvement Show, powered by RBFCU. Well, our next guests are showing us how to rejuvenate old furniture and just make it like new again.
And here to give us a demonstration of staining and painting techniques is Freebird Restorations and Design owners Michelle and Michael Falon. All right.
Welcome. So you could take just an old beat up piece of furniture and basically make it brand new, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. As long as you do the prep work correctly, and as long as you get it down to that kind of bare wood, you can paint it, you can stain it, or you can do a combination of both, and then you have a statement piece in your home that you didn't pay thousands of dollars for.
What's the best way to start?
Definitely get all your supplies on your material that you're going to need. We're going to need a good sander, different grits of sandpaper, depending on the thickness of poly and stain that you're working with, or maybe even paint. Right. You know, that lead paint is no joke.
Yeah, be very, very careful with that if it is indeed.
Yes, and that stuff is holding on for dear life.
And solvents and strippers and all that stuff.
Right, correct. We like to use this one because it's very eco-friendly. It's not as hazardous as a lot of the other ones. It is a good one. It's clean, safe. Just make sure you have your brushes too to kind of strip that off as well. And then that's your prep work. It's most of the work. So this is gonna be, you almost want to throw it away sometimes, you know. But once you get through this and you get to the other end of the process, that's when it's like smooth sailing over here.
That's when we do this. And now this is a table that you have sanded down, and you said you didn't sand it with too fine a grit of sandpaper, right?
That is correct. So whenever you're prepping a piece for your next step, which is going to be stain, which we're going to be doing, you want to use something that's going to be up to 220 grit. So what that does is it keeps the pores open, so that way they do not get clogged and it accepts the stain a whole lot better.
Okay, and then one of these use a tack cloth, and you can buy these things, and it's great because then you just go over it and all the little finite little crumbs and everything else on there, and you may not see them wall, but that is going to help with that finish, right?
That is absolutely correct. Again,
Okay.
you want those pores to be open to accept that stain.
Now, when it comes to staining, I'm sure we've all used the rag, old t-shirt, everything else, but you
Correct.
said, no, get one of these things.
That's absolutely correct. So these can be bought at Lowe's. It's for stain.
Okay.
That's its application. That's what it's used for. And what it does is it creates a nice uniform type coating, so that way you do not have those splotchy spots.
I've never used one of these before. Just dip one side in,
Absolutely.
like this,
There you go.
And then
let a
do I
little bit of the excess come off.
wipe it off,
There you go.
and then
Let's go with the grain, and we're
Start-
going to apply it.
just like this,
Absolutely.
and go all the way to the end.
Correct.
Okay.
And then let's do some. There we go. And what we're doing is we're wanting to get that stain into the grain there, right? Because that's where the beauty comes from, the grain, right? So what we're gonna do, and this is a very important tip, absolutely, I cannot stress this enough, we need to wipe off the excess.
Okay, this thing holds a lot of stuff, doesn't it?
Exactly, right?
Okay.
That white t-shirt
wanna
from
go-
1987.
I would have dipped it about 27 times. up to this point, so-
Exactly, and we're not using that much stain.
Okay.
And if you look, it is bringing out all the beauty in that wood.
Now, a lot of people would go, okay, I'm going to let that dry and do a new coat.
Correct, that is
But-
correct. But what you want to do is you want to come around and you want to take off that excess. Look how beautiful that is.
Wow.
And what you want to do is remove all that, because it is going to give you a nice, uniform, and beautiful wood tone that this table would have had back in 1960, what have you.
Now, if I want to do another coat to make it a little bit darker, richer, I can then wait till this dries and do that, right?
That is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. If you want a tone that's going to be a little bit more darker than this, you can apply a second coat. We do recommend that you let it sit for a little bit before applying the second coat.
Okay. And of course, we've got the different finishes too, right?
I definitely do. I think it's preference at this point. A lot of people, whether you want it really shiny, you want a matte finish, I guess whatever, you want in your home. Everybody has a different. For a table, we always do recommend a good poly. Because it gets a lot of wear and tear every day. You eat off of it. It has a lot of usage, so we do recommend a good poly. If you're not comfortable using this, we can try to maybe use a can at home, or we do have the wax. Right. And we don't recommend that for kind of like a dining table or something, just like an end table.
And if you have a project there that maybe you've gone, call them.
That is absolutely correct.
Come to the rescue, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, you guys. For more information on Freebird restorations and design, just head to SALive.com and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab where we've provided a link, or just scan that QR code on your screen.
I'm Tati Amara with your insider deals. Coming up on SA Live, don't miss the discounts on brand name sunglasses and an item that's a perfect gift for mom for Mother's Day.
Plus, save thousands on a new roof and solar under one roof. Big savings ahead on the SA Live Home Improvement Show, powered by RBFCU. Welcome back to SA Live's Home Improvement Show. Now, with all of the storms and hail lately, you might be looking to fix your roof, or maybe you're looking to upgrade to solar. Well, we know somebody who can do both those things, and they're all under one roof. Joining us now is Daniel Trevino, who's the president of Roof Fix. Welcome. So,
thank you.
We have had a lot of big storms, obviously a lot of hail. Now, a lot of homeowners may go, looks okay.
Yeah, that's right.
There may be damage, right?
That's
What should
exactly
folks
right.
look for?
So as a homeowner, first you're going to obviously see some of the granule loss. So that's the granule that's on top of that shingle. You'll see that start to come out into your driveways. Maybe you have gutters and you'll see those packing inside the gutters. You'll see that's probably the first sign where you had high wind, hail, possibly wind-driven rain. The second thing you're going to look for is the soft metals. Maybe you have gutters, downspouts, any of the penetrations in your ventilation on your roof. Those soft metals, you'll see the dings and the dents from that hailstorm. That's where you want to get that roof inspection done, because that's where you'll see the telltale signs that there is hail damage on that shingle, and you'll want a proper inspection.
And if it was big enough, it could actually dent the shingle, and that just
That's exactly right. Then it just deteriorates the shingle, and that's the beginning of the end, where now you have that detrimental damaged interior.
And you do that inspection?
We do that. It's a free inspection. All our inspections are free. We highly recommend going there first because once we've identified that there could be a potential issue for your roof and the roofing systems have been compromised, we want to take it to the next step to where we work with your insurance and we become the insurance specialist to where now we can file that claim for you and then get you the proper information needed so that you're able to get that roof replaced.
Okay, not just roofing, but then solar too.
That's right.
So what are the benefits of, going through roofer?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's face it, 99% of the time, if you're a residential home and you're considering solar, it's going on your roof. So the common denominator is the fact that you want to take that roof into consideration if you're considering solar. The best time to invest in solar is if you are replacing your roof or getting a roof inspection and doing some type of roof tune-up, which Roof Fix provides. That is allowing us to now relocate pipe jacks and vents, create a beautiful symmetrical system, because you can see on some of this here, we have a nice square system. It doesn't look like traditional solar where it's a jack-o'-lantern smile, right? You have panels all over the place, and we're able to relocate pipe jacks and vents, have a nice form and function, and it's one system, one warranty, so you're able to now just call one individual, say, hey, I have an issue with the solar, I have an issue with my roof. It's peace of mind knowing it's all covered under one roof.
Again, if there's a nail in the wrong spot,
right?
Somebody's not going, no, it's they did it.
That's exactly right. Yes.
Now, if you did need some new shingles on there, you can go this route.
That's right. Yeah. So we wanted to showcase this is the first and only Timberline solar shingle. So this is actually a roofing shingle that's solar powered. So if you are considering going solar and you're kind of on the fence, I don't really want those big bulky big screen TVs on my roof, we do have an option for a replacement roofing shingle that energizes your home. Now this can replace traditional solar all the way through, but this is now one system. It's a 25-year manufacturer warranty, 25-year production guarantee, and you also now have a roofing and solar system that's covered under the tax credit. So it's a 30% tax credit on the solar plus a 30% tax credit on the roof, because the roof and the solar is one system.
Wow, nice. Yeah. And on top of that, you got a deal, right?
That's exactly right. Yeah, so for SA Live viewers, right now, zero money down, zero interest, and $99 a month for roof replacement. And for the first 20 callers that call in for SA Live, we're going to give a free Generac generator for every roof replacement that's called in. Plus, look, we talked about solar, right? If you combine roofing and solar, we're going to give an additional $2,000 rebate.
Did you get all that? Let's recap here.
Right.
Get a new roof with zero down, 0% financing, and payments as low as $99 a month. Plus, the first 20 people to call get a free Generac generator with their roof purchase. And if you go roofing and solar, get an additional $2,000 cash rebate. Number to call, 210-454-2400. Visit rooffixsa.com for more information. Daniel, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Up next, take your home to the next level with a home theater. Big savings ahead on this system that will change your movie watching game forever. Keep it right here on SA Live.
Welcome back to SA Live's Home Improvement Show, powered by RBFCU. Well, have you ever wanted a home theater? Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Well, Insider Deals expert Tati Amari has big savings on an item that will take your home TV and movie watching to the next level. Take a look.
Well, you all know that I love a good deal and I love sharing them even more. And you are going to love these. I have some amazing items that are perfect for Mother's Day, lounging around the house with the family, and will have you looking cool in the sunny weather. Now, these are perfect for gift giving, but you'll definitely be tempted to buy them all for yourself. To get shopping for these fabulous items, just scan the QR code on your screen or head over to morningsafe.com and look for the insider deals. Now let's start with an item that you can enjoy with the whole family. The Vonkyo V600 1080p LED projector is like taking a theater with you wherever you go. With a bright display and razor-sharp images, the only thing missing is some popcorn and snacks. Build your home theater, elevate your camping trips, and have the best movie night on the block. However you use it, you can't go wrong with this 5-star rated deal. But hurry, quantities are extremely limited and you don't want to miss out. Even better, this projector is compatible with multiple devices, including smartphones, laptops, iPads, and so much more. And you can even insert a USB and SD card to project family photos and home movies. Now, this item will usually cost you as much as $200, but with this insider deal, you can make your home movie dreams come true for $89.99, a huge discount of 55%. You definitely don't want to miss out on this one. Now, spring is officially here and summer is right around the corner, and the sun is out shining, so we've got to get our sunnies. And these have style and flair that will have you looking fashionable while keeping the sun out of your eyes. And they happen to be my favorite sunglass brand that look good but are also very sturdy. These things last forever. Now, of course, Ann Taylor stores can be found across the country, but today you don't even have to move off your couch to get your hands on this brand. With this exclusive insider deal, you can select from 3 different sunglasses at a great price. So good that you might as well get a couple to mix up your look. Now, we've seen these fashionable styles for up to $48, but with this exclusive insider deal, you can snag a pair for $12.99, an incredible 73% off. Now, you may need your shades to stop the reflection on this bling. The Morning Save team searched high and low for the perfect Mother's Day gift, and I've got to say, I think they found it. The Diamond Muse two-toned silver heart pendant with diamond accents is a lovely addition to any jewelry collection. Now, this necklace features 2 small hearts inside a larger one. It's set in silver and boasts diamond accents. Now, what I really love about the two-tone is that it will go with any look and complement all of your other accessories. Now, you can see that I'm even wearing one right now and it matches my outfit perfectly. Now, this necklace retails for as much as $100, and of course it's worth every penny. But Morning Save works directly with jewelry vendors to get you the best price possible. Now, with this special insider deal, you can get this beautiful piece for $19.99, an incredible 80% off. Now, to get shopping, just scan the QR code on your screen or head over to morningsave.com and look for the insider deals. Remember, these are only available while supplies last, so don't miss out. Happy shopping and happy saving.
Necklace, sunglasses. Mother's Day is coming up. I mean, if you wanted, yeah.
Yes.
Not a bad idea. Either.
That necklace for $19.99.
And the projector for $90. That's it. And just plug right. Even use your garage door. You're saying is
absolutely
a big theater screen. So.
To find these deals and more, just go to morningsave.com and look for insider deals. You'll find a link with all the details on ksat.com. Tomorrow on SA Live, unwind with nature, gorgeous views, and music too. This month's Texas Trippin' takes us to the Disco Domes. We'll give you a sneak peek at this hidden gem.
Plus, unleash your inner cookie monster. These are some of the thickest, oh my goodness gracious, look at those things. Some of the thickest cookies around. They've only been open a few weeks, but already have big plans for the future, where you can get these one-of-a-kind treats tomorrow, 1 p.m., right here on SA Live.
All right, earlier we asked you to share your favorite home project success. This is from Linda. What? That is a great patriotic wreath. Is that out of clothespins? I can't tell. Or okay.
Dug up rocks in the yard, use them as an added mulch and bird bath. Great idea. Like that. Yeah, get outside in the fresh air, but lots of water and sunscreen is going to be out there. I'm going to be out there a long time finishing that walk.
You're going to need a lot of sunscreen.
I am.